Okay, so have you ever felt like your money situation is just kind of stuck, like there are these invisible chains holding you back?
Yeah, and maybe not actual debt chains, right? But like anxiety or maybe fear, stuff you've maybe carried around for ages.
Exactly. Or that pressure you inherited, perhaps. Well, if any of that sounds familiar, this discussion is definitely for you. Today we're exploring the Breakthrough Bulletin, specifically the issue on money and abundance from Coach Renee.
hmm
Think of it as maybe a shortcut, a way to help reshape how you approach your finances and maybe even more importantly, your sense of self-worth.
That really nails it.
Yeah.
Coach Renee's whole approach here is that money is, so much more than just math. It's not just numbers on a spreadsheet.
Right.
It's energy. It's deeply emotional.
hmm
And for pretty much everyone, our relationship with it gets tangled up in the stories we learned growing up.
Stories about scarcity, maybe, or shame.
Or shame or fear or just this overwhelming pressure to achieve,
Yeah.
those old narratives.
Okay, so our goal today isn't just to talk about it. We're going to pull out the real actionable stuff from this bulletin.
Yeah, the practical bits.
Exactly. We're looking at the 3 specific micro steps you can take, 2 really deep questions to help uncover your own blocks.
Those are quite revealing.
Yeah, and 1 main activity to apply it all, plus a final nugget of wisdom. It's all designed to help you open the door to a fuller experience of wealth, one that feels right for you.
And it all really rests on Coach Renee's core idea, which is powerful. You can only receive at the level you believe is possible.
Okay, say more about that. It sounds a bit abstract.
Well, it sounds like an affirmation, but it directly impacts your real-world choices. See, when you actively cultivate an abundance mindset, really believe abundance is possible for you, you naturally start moving away from making decisions based on fear.
Which often leads to bad decisions, right? Panic choices.
Totally. Panic choices. Instead, you start making empowered, confident choices. And interestingly, those kinds of choices tend to attract more opportunities. It changes your energy.
Okay, I'm with you. So let's unpack that. Where do we start? What are the specific actions the bulletin suggests for inviting this abundance in?
Well, the first step, and you can't really skip this one, involves looking inward at those financial scripts we all seem to inherit.
Ah, the family money stories.
Exactly. That's tip 1. Examine your money beliefs. The bulletin points out how easily we absorb these ideas from, our parents, our upbringing, the culture around us.
Yeah.
And we never really stop to question them.
Like money doesn't grow on trees.
That's the classic one. Or maybe more subtle, even damaging ones like rich people are greedy or, oh, we're comfortable, but, we're not the kind of people who get truly wealthy.
Yeah. Those sound familiar. They just run in the background.
They do. They're like these silent architects, kind of designing how you save, how you spend, even whether you subconsciously feel you deserve big success.
So it's not just theory, right? The bulletin gives you something concrete to do about it.
Oh, absolutely. It provides a really practical micro step here. Journaling. To bring those unconscious beliefs out into the open.
Okay.
The instruction is super clear. Write down one old limiting money belief. You recognize in yourself maybe something your parents always said.
Got it.
And then this is key thing. You physically cross it out on the page.
Ooh, I like that. There's something definite about that.
There is. The source notes it's like a symbolic act. You're literally rewriting the code. And right after crossing it out, you replace it. You write down a new, empowering belief.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say you cross out, I'll never have enough money to start my own business. You might replace it with, I am resourceful and I attract the financial support needed to build my vision. Or simply, I am worthy of abundance.
Wow. You can feel the shift just hearing that.
It's palpable. Yeah, that shift is real.
Okay, so that makes sense. You address the old programming first. What comes after clearing that out?
Well, once you start running on that old negative code, tip 2 feels like a really natural next step.
Yeah.
It's practice generous gratitude.
Gratitude. Okay, we hear about that a lot. How does it fit specifically with money?
It fundamentally shifts your energetic focus away from lack towards recognizing plenty. Coach Renee emphasizes that abundance isn't some future goal you reach. It's something you recognize right now.
So appreciating what you already have.
Precisely. And this is important, not just money or things. It's also about appreciating your non-monetary abundance.
Like what?
Like your supportive friends or the free time you do have,
Yeah.
your unique skills, your health, even just, having a roof over your head. That's all capital too.
Why is focusing on the non-monetary so key here, though? Isn't this about finance?
It is, but here's the thing. If you only look at your life through a financial lens, you're almost guaranteed to see gaps, right? What you don't have.
True.
But when you anchor yourself in feeling wealthy in other areas, maybe your health is great or you have an amazing family, it lowers the stakes around money. It makes money less terrifying.
Ah, I see. So if you already feel rich in spirit, the fear of, say, losing money or not having enough becomes less paralyzing.
Exactly. Which allows you to maybe invest more wisely or spend more strategically, not from a place of fear.
That connects to the second microstep activity then, doesn't it? The nightly ritual.
Yes. Before bed, the suggestion is simple. Just list 3 things. Could be tiny things that made you feel rich in spirit that day.
It keeps you grounded in what's already good.
Right. It anchors you in that feeling of sufficiency right now. And that feeling provides the perfect foundation for tip 3.
Which is?
Act as if.
Okay, this is the one that sometimes feels a bit tricky. Act as if.
It does, and it's often misunderstood.
Yeah.
But it's powerful if you get it right. The core idea is that your nervous system actually adapts to the energy you consistently embody.
So feeling abundant now helps create abundance later.
Kind of. It's about stepping into the identity of your future abundant self right now. Making choices from that place, confident choices, generous ones, managing money wisely, now aligns your present actions with the future you want.
But, okay, let me push back a little, because I know listeners might think this. How do you act as if without just being irresponsible? You know, someone hears this and thinks, great, I'll go buy a fancy car I can't afford. How does the bulletin address that?
That's such a crucial clarification. Thank you for bringing it up. And the bulletin is very clear. Acting as if is about embodying confidence and resourcefulness, not recklessness.
Okay.
It's about managing the money you currently have with the calm confidence of someone who trusts that more is coming or that they can handle things. It's not about spending money you don't have.
So give me an example, like maybe choosing between 2 software tools for a small business.
Perfect example.
Okay.
The scarcity decision might be buying the cheapest one, even if it's clunky, just out of fear of spending.
Right.
The act as if decision is confidently choosing the slightly more expensive but much more efficient option because you trust that the efficiency will actually generate more value or revenue down the line. You're acting from resourcefulness, not panic.
Got it. It's about the mindset behind the decision, not necessarily the amount spent. It's an investment based on belief in future returns.
Precisely. Believing in your capacity to get that return. And the third micro-step activity supports this directly. Make one financial decision this week as if you are already abundant.
What could that look like?
It could be finally asking for that raise you know you deserve with confidence, or investing in a course for your personal growth, or even just confidently saying no to an impulse buy that doesn't really align with your bigger goals or your abundant self-identity.
That shift from scarcity thinking to intentional confidence feels really significant. But Coach Renee doesn't just leave it at actions, does she? The bulletin pushes deeper.
No, she doesn't. And this is where it gets really interesting. It moves beyond just into deep self-awareness using 2 really thought-provoking questions.
Okay, let's get into those. What's the first one?
The first one targets financial tension head-on. It asks you to reflect on a recent situation where you felt that, not in your stomach about money.
We've all been there.
Right. And then ask yourself, was the root emotion primarily guilt, fear, or control?
Guilt, fear, or control. Why those 3 specifically, not just stress or frustration?
Because the source identifies these 3 as the main psychological bottlenecks, the things that really restrict the flow of abundance.
Okay, break that down. How does guilt block flow?
Well, guilt often stops us from comfortably receiving or even celebrating success. We might feel unworthy, so we subconsciously push money away, maybe undercharge, or fail to invest in ourselves.
Makes sense. And fear?
Fear is about paralysis. Fear of loss, fear of making a mistake. So maybe you hoard cash instead of investing it, or you avoid looking at your finances altogether. Either way, you're limiting growth.
And control.
Control often shows up as being overly tight-fisted, unwilling to be generous or flexible, holding on to every penny so tightly that you actually restrict the natural circulation of money, which, in an abundance model, needs to flow both in and out.
Wow. Okay, so the exercise is, next time you feel that financial tension, pause and identify if it's guilt, fear, or control driving the ship.
Exactly. Was that clench in your gut about guilt over asking for fair payment, or fear about your investments?
Yeah.
And then the bulletin asks you to note down how you handled it, and then write down one new way you could approach a similar situation next time, knowing the root emotion.
That's incredibly insightful. What's the second question? You said it goes even deeper.
It does. The second question is, what would financial freedom allow me to feel, do, or be?
Ah, the why behind the what.
Precisely.
Hmm.
This gets to the core purpose. Money itself is rarely the end goal, right? It's a tool. So if you hit your financial targets, what does that actually enable in your life?
Security, freedom, experiences, giving back.
All of those. The instruction here is to really focus on and circle the feeling words in your answer words like security, peace, joy, freedom, relief, because those are the real motivators, the things we're truly seeking, not just the dollar amount.
That makes the whole pursuit feel much more meaningful, less like just chasing numbers.
It really does. And once you're clear on those core motivations, those deeper feelings, you're ready for the main application activity in the bulletin, the one that ties it all together. It's called Rewrite Your Money Story.
Okay. Sounds powerful. How does it work?
It's a 4-step process laid out as journal, review, ask, and then choose practice.
All right, step 1.
Step 1 is journal. Simple prompt. Finish the sentence. Money is. Just write freely. Whatever comes up first, don't censor it. Is money safety? Is it stress? A burden? Freedom? Get it all out.
Okay, uncensored thoughts. Then what?
Step 2 is review, ask. Look back at everything you just wrote.
Yeah.
Highlight anything that feels limiting, anything rooted in scarcity thinking. Then ask yourself that crucial question. Is this belief expanding me or is it restricting me?
Being really honest with yourself there.
Absolutely. If it's restricting you, it needs to change, which leads to the final steps. Choose practice.
Okay.
Based on those desired feelings you identified earlier, peace, freedom, joy, whatever they were,
Right.
you consciously choose one new empowering money mantra.
Like what?
It could be, I welcome wealth that supports my peace and freedom. Or maybe, abundance flows easily to me and through me. Something that resonates with your core desired feeling.
And the practice part.
This is critical. And it loops back to acting as if. You repeat that new mantra daily. Say it, feel it, write it down until it starts to feel genuinely true, until it replaces that old crossed out script in your mind.
So it's about consistent repetition until it becomes an internalized belief, not just saying it once.
That daily practice is what rewires the neural pathways.
So if we bring all these pieces together, the beliefs, the gratitude, acting as if, the deep questions, rewriting the story, what's the big picture takeaway from the bulletin?
I think the overarching message, the synthesis of it all, is that financial freedom isn't just a number you hit on a bank statement. It's fundamentally a state of being. It's a mindset, an energy, a relationship with resources that you actively cultivate day by day.
It's not just a destination, it's how you travel.
Well put, yeah. Which leads beautifully into that final nugget of wisdom Coach Renee includes, inspired by Wayne Dyer.
What is it?
Abundance is not something we acquire. It is something we tune into.
Tune into, like changing the radio frequency.
Exactly like that. It suggests the abundance is already here, the opportunities, the resources. But maybe you've been tuned into the scarcity station. Tuning into abundance means starting to notice what's already available, changing your perception.
Which changes everything, even if your external circumstances haven't shifted yet.
Right. It taps into your immediate internal resourcefulness.
And that brings us to the final reflection prompt the bulletin leaves us with, which is really something to sit with.
It is. It asks, where in your life can you tune into abundance right now without needing anything external to change first?
Where is that feeling, that resourcefulness already present? Your health, your skills, your relationships.
Recognizing that internal wealth is always accessible, regardless of the bank balance. That's really the core of transforming your money story.
Wow. You know, working through material like the Breakthrough Bulletin this way, it provides such a clear structure, doesn't it? And these specific, repeatable steps can lead to really profound personal shifts. It takes big ideas and makes them doable.
It really does bridge the gap between concept and action.
Absolutely. So if you found this kind of structured exploration valuable and you're looking for more opportunities for personal growth and insight like this one, please do make sure you subscribe. We'll include links in the description.
It's been great digging into this important work.
Likewise. Until next time.